Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be reviewing Batman Returns, made back in 1992, June 16th. And what can I say about this? What can I say? This movie is amazing. I love it in every way. I wish they would make movies like this more often. Maybe it's just how Tim Burton makes his movies. Maybe it's just the way he designs every last one. Like Sweeney Todd, or her Nightmare Before Christmas, which I'm pretty sure someone else directed that, but I'm pretty sure it was his idea. I don't know. But you know what I mean. This movie is supposed to be better than the first one. I believe it. I can definitely believe it. It sits at an 80 on Rotten Tomatoes, and it stars Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher Walken, and Danny DeVito as Batman, Catwoman, Max Schreck, and the Penguin. And just overall, it is a great movie. But with all that being said, there are some flaws with it, but I'm not really going to talk about the flaws. I'm just going to talk about how good this movie is. This movie currently sits at 2 hours and 6 minutes long. The longest 2 hours and 6 minutes of my life, but they were worth it. Now, the monstrous Penguin, played by Danny DeVito, he lives in the sewers beneath Gotham City. He joins up with a businessman named Schreck to topple the Batman. That's all I'm going to say for now, until we actually get into the review. But again, my last Batman review, I was feeling a little down. I'm starting to feel a little better. But here we are today, and just let's get into the review, because I can't hold my excitement anymore. Now, today, I will be doing a dark review of Batman Returns. Let's get into this. We start off with our movie with the Cobblepots, especially the father, who's sitting at a window looking out. And we just find out that he just had a son, Oswald Cobblepot. And he goes into the room and just screams as Mrs. and Mr. Cobblepot look at each other. They know what they have to do, so they race to the zoo, the Gotham Zoo, and then when no one is watching, they dump their baby into the water, floating off. Now they bring back the menacing theme from the first one. Just keep going along with as the baby floats down the water to meet the penguins. And then we cut to present day, which is 33 years later. And, Batman is well respected against the police. And we get a scene where it's pretty much them all talking about this. We see Alfred walk by the sewer after some guy was trying to sell him a newspaper, and looks at the sewer because the Penguin was just there, but he missed them. But pretty much the entire premise of this is that the Penguin wants to get up and find his parents. We also meet just Shrek. I'm just gonna call him Shrek for the rest of the movie, because that's pretty much what we all just recognize from his name. It's just Shrek. So Shrek is, he's a big green ogre. He just beautiful man. Look at him, just beautiful man with the. No, I'm joking. This Shrek is not like our beautiful giant child, or giant man child. Well, this is a businessman named Mike. His name is Mike. Max Schreck. And he's kind of in a meeting talking about electricity, his secretary, Selena Kyle, who is played by Michelle Pfeiffer, her, and she gives a mighty fine good performance as someone who doubts herself, but then it kind of just changes at one point, but she gives her boss a tip, and then he kind of just makes a joke about how she makes one good hell of a coffee, which I never found funny. I don't know why anyone else would, but okay. But we keep going on in the story, and we find that the Penguin is unleashing his gang upon the city. And as his plan, Batman stops the gang, drives them away. Hey, Commissioner Gordon thanks Batman. Batman saves Selena Kyle from getting tased. She takes the taser home. She kind of just sits there listening to her messages. Pretty sure her boyfriend dumps her, and feeds her cat. And Batman goes home. And she, as the Catwoman, I'm all over the place, I know. Selena Kyle has to go back to the office because she realizes that Max Schreck has a meeting with Bruce Wayne in the morning. So then she goes back. She finds a bunch of files that are supposed to be classified. And Max Schreck gets a little too defensive and pushes her out of a freaking window. Yes. Just great boss. Just 10 out of 10. She lands on the ground, and for some reason, she gets resurrected by a bunch of cats. Now, I don't even want to mention this movie. Okay, fine. It's explained more in the movie Catwoman. Yeah, that movie. Don't know why it's connected to this one, but it is. But we go back to her house, where looks like she's changed. She's a little, acting like she doesn't care. Or she goes around drinking milk, feeding the cat again, and listens to her voicemail, gets all upset, starts going through some emo phase, spray paints everything black, smashes 2 of her lights, finds a little leather suit. I'm not gonna blame her what she does in her free time, just saying. But stitches together a suit, and we get Catwoman, the best iteration of Catwoman, except for when she's in the animated movies. But we all also get to see her just in her new form. This is nice. And next day, or technically it was that night before she was killed, Max Schreck and the Penguin were talking about what they were going to do the next day, which was finally let Penguin out from the sewers, but he had a plan for that. So he sent one of his goons to steal the mayor's baby. The goon goes into the sewer, acts like he's scared of the Penguin, which he probably is, because that guy's scary. That guy's a little creepy. Danny DeVito gives one hell of a performance in this. And I gotta say, I'm not complaining. But Danny DeVito, as the Penguin, goes up, gives the mayor back his baby, and just, all in all, looks like he's gonna be a great guy. And Batman seems a little suspicious of the Penguin, so he starts to look into it, but not too much so, because he had a meeting with Schreck after that. So he goes and when Shrek's about to kick Bruce Wayne out, Selena Kyle walks back in, and kind of Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle kind of flirt with each other a little bit, and he asks her, or pretty sure he asks her out, in that scene. But he goes the Penguin is looking for his parents, and Batman just kind of spies on him. And for a little bit, finally finds his parents. Finds out he's a Cobblepot, so he calls himself Oswald Cobblepot, because that's his legal birth name. And well, this is a very, so far it's very good. The score is haunting sometimes, with a nice little addition of more. You get the Christmas feel of it, but you also get the original Tim Burton. Like, Tim Burton goes hard on this new theme. You get the old theme for Batman, then you get this new haunting theme for everything else. Just so beautiful. I love it, and I just love to express myself. But I know what I'm gonna have to watch next, and I'm not gonna be too happy about that. So. But as we continue our little escapade, Batman finally catches up to the Penguin, starts to get on to him about this. Penguin frames Batman, or actually no, I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. Batman finally meets Catwoman, and him and Catwoman have a little fight on the roof. He throws napalm. That's what it's technically called in the movie. Is napalm, which that looks nothing like napalm, and that should have burned away at her skin. But okay. But he throws napalm at her, and well, it's something. I can tell you that. It's something. It's very much something. But anyway, if we keep looking at this way, it might actually be that he didn't really throw napalm at her. I think it was some kind of water type substance, but she starts slipping down, but she falls into his arms, and they still flirt with each other. She stabs him in between his suit and his armor. She falls, and we do get to see her arm a little torn away, but I guess that's what the napalm did. I don't know. This movie sometimes just doesn't get it right. That's one of the things, but oh well. She goes to the Penguin, teams up with the Penguin. Penguin's now running for mayor. And the next time that they meet, it's a little crazy, but they have a plan to kidnap the Ice Princess. It's for the lighting of the tree ceremony for Gotham. They kidnap her. Batman, or telling Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle are kind of flirting, about to hit it off, maybe become a relationship, but then they're interrupted by that. They both have to leave because of her other lives. Batman goes to save the Ice Princess. Earlier on, when he was fighting when he was fighting Penguin the gang, the first time, or maybe it was the second time, one of them took his remote control batarang. That was all part of their plan, because at that point they used the batarang on the Ice Princess, and well, now the police think Batman did this, which Batman did not do this. Batman has to flee, but not before dropping Catwoman into a botanical garden, and she breaks the entire windows with her scream. Batman has to flee. He almost hits a woman because the Penguin has hijacked his car, and now he's driving around trying to figure out how to stop the Penguin from crashing into anyone, and stops it at the last minute, and they go and they pretty much try to still follow the Batman. Batman turns his car into like a thinner car to where he can fit through a little crack, or not like a little alley. Only a person could like fit through, just like maybe one person, but not an entire car, which could probably be like what, 2 people. But Batman gets away, and then he gets back to the Batcave and thinks that he's gonna have to repair the Batmobile, so he's going to have to also put new security measures and new just all in all make it a little better, make it a little more withstandable. But Alfred made the comment about the security measures. Batman gets a little defensive about that and says, "Who let Vicky Vale into the Batcave? He just sitting there thinking about something, and then turns on, oh hi Vic." But then he's trying to get you to stop this whole crazy madness that you're doing. You're only making more villains for yourself. But we continue on. He uses the audio that Penguin and pretty much gave to him for when he was in the Batmobile, and frames Penguin for everything, which technically it's not framing, it's just telling the truth. Penguin did do all of it. But Penguin is off the election, and then he gets booed back to his own home down in the sewer. And then he puts in plan B pretty much, which was to steal all of the first sons of Gotham. One of his crewmates said, one of his goons said, like, isn't this kind of much? And then Penguin just kills him. Yeah, that's it. That's nothing. But just, Batman goes to a little gala that is supposed to be like, you were supposed to be wearing masks, but like he's not wearing a mask. He finds Selina Kyle. She's doing the exact same because technically now that they're both have different lives, they are their own masks, and Catwoman and Batman are their real faces. But Selina kind of gets a little aggressive as the Penguin steals Shrek's son, and then Shrek's just pretty much doesn't want that to happen, so she tells the Penguin to take him instead. They do. Both Selina and Bruce Wayne have to leave to go do their other job again. And as they do, Penguin's still taking all of those children, but pretty much stops them. So Penguin has to go to the plan C to just blow everything up. Yeah. And says that everyone will be treated equally, and that everyone will die equally. So, but Batman pretty much jams the signal, brings all the Penguins back to where Oswald was, and blows that up. And the final battle ensues. It was with Catwoman and Batman. And Batman is starting to get a little close to Catwoman. And then finally he takes off his mask to show her that they are one of the same. And Selina doesn't want to do this anymore, so she kills Shrek and supposedly herself. The Penguin rises out of the water one last time and dies. He's being dragged away by his own kind, the Penguins. Batman escapes there. The movie ends with Batman finding a cat in the alleyway, thinking it would have been a Catwoman. and while slowly going up to a shot, up to the top of the building, seeing Catwoman is still alive with one life left. And that was Batman Returns. Just saying that all is amazing. It's just so difficult to find good movies like this. Like, why is it all the good movies were made back then? Now a bunch of superhero movies have the same concept, but just like try different stuff. But they usually can't get it, like Batman vs Superman, which I will be reviewing in the future. But Batman vs Superman, they got Superman, who is a literal god, and why is it that it's that way? He kind of feels lonely, but then it just goes all out of control, like with Lex Luthor and Batman. But here soon, I'll be putting out a review on Batman Forever. I'm not looking forward to this. Neither am I looking forward to Batman and Robin. But then what I am be looking forward to is the Batman Begins, and The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. So stay tuned for that. And anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you want to be notified for my latest videos, please hit that bell. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.